Hi, my name is Amish Agarwal. I'm an advocate practicing in Delhi, and I thought I'll talk about whether the police has the right to beat you if you commit an offense. I saw during the lockdown a lot of memes going, Jab pitega India, tab seekhega India, and all of these people promoting the fact that in lockdown you are not supposed to be out. Now, of course, we've all seen the outcome, how fast the virus has spread, despite the best efforts of the police to use the law and some other beyond law tactics to keep us inside our homes. And what it reminded me of is the constant reminder of police brutality that we are all subjected to from time to time. We as a society have failed when we have a police system which resorts to violence rather than following the law, the same law from which they derive their own powers. You see, the Criminal Procedure Code mandates the entire procedure from start to finish about how a criminal investigation, trial, judgment, appeals, everything should go on, and nothing comes outside the purview of that unless another act of the parliament specifically allows for that thing to happen. Otherwise, tomorrow we might say that you and me are going to turn into some sort of a social justice system and go attack people who we believe are not worthy of life or liberty, or they are not entitled to hold their own property, and we will descend into anarchy. And the reason for making this video is because very recently a friend of mine, a law graduate nonetheless, but working in some other profession, was picked up from his house, taken to the local police station and beaten black and blue. And whenever I tell anybody about this, they always say, "Ye Delhi ka nahi hoga, this must be some other town, maybe Noida or Gurgaon." And this was South Delhi. I don't remember the name of the police station, otherwise I would have said it as well. This person was beaten black and blue by the police on the allegation of the stealing of a small scooter. The guy kept pleading, saying, "I'll give you the money for the scooter, please don't beat me," but I do not know anything about this offense. A well-educated, well-earning, decent human being was beaten by the police just because he fit the description given by the CCTV footage of a person stealing that particular two-wheeler. It is an atrocious thing to my mind. And then I see people feeling that the police has a right, or having that opinion, or having that mistaken belief in their mind that the police have the right to beat you if you have committed an offense. That is not the case. If you are violating some rule and policeman comes and slaps you, which we keep seeing happening all the time, and they say that they are trying to correct us rather than go through the whole process, they are lying to you. They do not want to get into all of that headache of preparing the documentation, going to court and testifying, and that is why maybe it's them being drunk on power, maybe they think that their little brand of justice is better than what's going to happen in the future. Irrespective, it is completely illegal. If they hurt you, if they assault you, there are provisions in the IPC for that. If they hurt you, there is section 323 of the Indian Penal Code. If they cause grievous hurt, there are a bunch of definitions under the Indian Penal Code: maiming of any body part, loss of eye, loss of vision, loss of hearing, anything like fracture, any sort of dislocation of an eye, of teeth, and a couple of others of them. And if any of those happen, they are liable to be punished under section 325 of the IPC as well. All these remedies are available, but the bigger question then remains is, how do you actually go and report to the police or report about the police when it's the police themselves who are committing the atrocious act? To that, there are a couple of things which should be done. One, straight away approaching the magistrate if a person is locked, the duty magistrate, approaching them at any point of time in the day or in the night and telling them that there is this custodial violence which is happening. So you move a bail application, you give details of where the person is kept, and of course there is the classic remedy of a habeas corpus petition, but that takes some anywhere between a minimum of 24 to 48 hours to get listed before a judge of the High Court of the particular state that you're in. I would suggest it's better to go to the duty magistrate, who will then issue directions to the magistrate, because there is a very, very close nexus, and the magistrate can say, come report to me right now. And then of course another drawback to it is maybe the police have a plan to just beat you up and then leave you, as what happened with this fellow. They beat him up, they could not get anything, and so they completely left him. They did not arrest him, they did not do anything at all. But in a situation like this, if you report to the magistrate, the police will place you under arrest. But if you are innocent, you have nothing to worry about, because in any case, the facts will come out maybe in a day or two. You will be released. Of course, the custodial violence will stop immediately. But more importantly, in that kind of a circumstance, now the police will have to face the consequences, and the consequences will be very, very grave, including immediate suspension from service and possibly a criminal charge. And of course, apart from that, I always keep telling people, file civil suits. Civil suits for damages you can file even against a police officer if they have gone beyond their statutory power and indulge in custodial violence, which they are not permitted to do. Even when it comes to, say, witnesses when they are examined, accused persons and their interrogations. If an accused person is being interrogated and he has been violently dealt with, he can report it to the magistrate. When he is produced before the magistrate, he can, of course, there is an inbuilt safeguard in the CRPC, the Criminal Procedure Code, for this purpose, and that is that every time a person is arrested, he must be produced before a doctor, the doctor who will conduct an MLC to see whether there are any injuries on the body of the accused person. But I can say from experience, throughout the city, government hospitals, the police will take you specially to those particular hospitals where they are already on good terms with the doctor, because of which the doctor will not even examine you. He will just take down your details and he will say no fresh external injuries, and that will be the end of the story. Instead, you should try to force the hand of the doctor, create a roar, scream and shout at the top of your lungs, say, I will come back for you, I will identify you, and I will blame you in front of the judge. And when you're produced before the judge, you do not keep quiet. That's that one opportunity for you to raise a hue and cry, and this is, I remember this happening. A person, when he was produced before a magistrate, he took off his shirt and he cried in front of the judge, and he said, look at the bruises that they have given me. The judge immediately ordered judicial custody and then directed an inquiry against the police officers. Apart from that, of course, if your loved ones are out there who are concerned about you, they can always go to the judge, file that bail application, file an application for opposing remand, just in case that comes up in the future. Apart from that, give habeas corpus is there. If you have that time, you approach the High Court under Article 226 of the Constitution of India. And apart from that, there is also filing. No point in even going to the police station, otherwise those relatives or friends might also be harassed by the police further. Instead, straight away move an application before the court of the magistrate under section 156 clause 3 that police beatings were given. Of course, the police are not going to doing anything, and therefore the court must order an independent inquiry into these allegations by the complainant, who is the accused person or the friend and family of the accused person. Of course, there is a lot more to be said apart from this as well, but this I wanted to keep a little short, I wanted to keep a little crisp, and I wanted to keep it a little informative, so that in the future I keep getting calls like these. Person being kept in police custody for more than 24 hours, as is completely illegal, because the CRPC itself on 2 different occasions, on 2 different situations, on 2 different places in the CRPC, it mentions that you cannot hold a person for more than 24 hours. People are kept in for days, people are beaten black and blue, and majority of the population thinks that the police are well within their powers to do so. That is not the case. Signing off, this is Amish Agarwal. If you like this video, please subscribe and press the whatever button that's there. Thanks.